Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Patient Gamer Plays Mass Effect Legendary Edition. We're back with Jarek Shepard over here. Before we get started, like I say, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Spread me around a little bit, trying to grow the channel. Where we left off was in the Ambassador's office. As you can see, we are on the Citadel. Looking beautiful, looking sexy with a nice little cloud and sun skybox, which is fake. I guess I don't know if it's just like one big LCD screen they have up there or OLED screen. I don't know. But it's not real because everything on the Citadel is, just a space station pretty much. But it's pretty cool. So we're going to go and proceed with our quests, our missions, assignments, whatever you want to say. Right now, I think we have to go to the tower. That's fine. Find the beacon we already did. So we're going to be making our way. This is going to be pretty much just no combat mostly this video because Citadel, there's a little bit of combat, but it's mostly diplomatic stuff, running around talking, forging relationships, which is what I love about Mass Effect. So hopefully you'll enjoy it as well. Breakdown. What's this? Begin manual override. All right. Somebody's texting me. All right, we can do this. Go, 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 go. Alliance Patrol Report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argos Row cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. Do we want to send someone in a recon team? I'm assuming that's going to be B. Maybe. Let's find out. Assignments? Okay, so assignments are basically like side quests, side missions. Not the main one, I'm assuming. Go to the Hydra system and the Argos Row cluster and investigate. So we will do that later once we get back to the Normandy. Big place. Yeah. What do you got to say, Ashley?
This place is a little too perfect. Like they're hiding something.
Her suit looks pretty cool. I don't remember it looking like that in the original. It might just be the graphics overhaul. Was it always that color? Did she always have the orange on it? It's pretty neat either way. I like it. I dig it. It's better than mine. I like the winter camo, but I don't know. Hers looks cooler. Caden's is pretty basic. But let's go see if there's anything else in here we can investigate. Not much. Alright, so which way is it? Okay, this is the ambassador's offices for the other guys. These guys are great.
This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence, and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence.
Alright, let's talk to Din Korlak.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
Let's get to learn a little bit about the Volus. So that's just a race of these little, dwarf guys.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
Yeah, let's find out. History.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Salarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Alright, what about your culture?
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
Alrighty. What about the embassy?
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
Ambassador?
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Den. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
What about council admittance?
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Why so cranky? I don't know if that'll give me renegade points though, so I don't know if I want to do it. Yeah, that's risky.
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Alright, I should go.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Alright, so getting a lot of lore here. So, what are these guys called? I already forgot their names, but they're pretty funny. They're like the sloths on that one movie. What was it? The Zootopia? The sloth that's like at the DMV or something. Pretty much these guys. But the way these guys, since they don't have any facial configurations or facial manipulation, they have to announce their emotions, basically. So, like, they're also very monotone in the way they speak. So they have to say, like, what they mean. Like he was saying, chastising rebuke. It's funny. Funny little details there. And, yeah, they're big dudes. Which one do we want to talk first? Kaylin or Zeltan? Let's talk to Zeltan.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
What's wrong?
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What happened?
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where is she?
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Good day. Now let's talk to Kaylin.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kaylin. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Let's learn a bit about the Elcor.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Alright. Elcor are pretty cool. Let's talk about the history.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
Alright, what about your culture?
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
What about your speech there, friend?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Ambassador.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
As you can see, Kellen is a pretty
Goodbye,
smart dude.
Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy
Alright.
your time on the Citadel. Strained greeting, human. This is really not a good time.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response.
I just wanted to ask
You
about the
overheard
consort.
that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one
Yeah,
who
for some reason I
started
can't
all
skip this.
Who's this Asari consort?
Curious, you have not heard. You must be new to the Citadel. Everyone knows Sha'ira, the consort. I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Good luck with your problem.
Alright,
Thanks to you, human.
we'll be saying hello to her later. These guys are funny. There's a lot of lore and history behind these little dudes that you'll learn as the game progresses. But for now, let's just continue on our path. I think we were heading towards the tower to speak with the council, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a lot here to check out, a lot of people to talk to.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
Commander, have we met? Investigate. Say have we met?
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
Okay, simple enough. Location.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
Avina. So this blue lady here is an Asari. They're like, I think they're kind of the most dominant race in the Mass Effect series, if I believe, because they live. Each one lives to be like 1,000 years old, and they're super like powerful with biotics and maybe not. I mean, they're good with the science stuff too. Maybe not as much as the Solarians, which you'll soon discover. But they're just really advanced in comparison to the other species.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
They're really interesting the way they have relationships, and they all of them are female. So whenever they have a child, they're female, and they can have a child with any species through, I mean, not just sex, but they do like, I forget how they do it. They do like this touching kind of like mental connection thing, if I recall. Could be wrong. It's been a while, but they're pretty cool. They're like the hot species, I guess you could say, in the game. Personal question.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
Really?
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
Lies. All right. That's enough
I
for
should be
her.
going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Thank you. I will.
Welcome to the Presidium.
We could talk to Avina here, get some lore.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
Okay, what is it? The Amazon one, Alexa? Or Alexis? I forget. I never use that crap. Are you real? Virtual guide? No thanks. Are you real?
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Sounds interesting.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Yeah, right. Let's talk about CSEC.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
I want to
hear
know
that
more
again.
about
Citadel security. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers. If you wish to learn more,
Okay.
Executor
So he's like
Palin's
the
office
boss
is
of the
located
cops.
in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
I remember him, I think. Embassies.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium.
Oh, important enough.
The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago.
Damn.
As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added.
I get why that guy's
The
mad.
most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why was humanity opposed? Why were the Volus first? I don't think these give any Paragon or negative or points. So let's go with why were the Volus first.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
You already told us.
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Just an embassy?
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
Lesser species.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Lesser species. Wow. Well, that explains some stuff, but at the same time, it does make a little bit of sense because you, as someone who has to be on the council, your species has to be able to provide fleet support, basically military support, and the Volus just don't have it. They're just not that kind of race. So, is it discriminatory? Yes. But is there a reason? Yes. Is it right or wrong? You decide. Why was humanity opposed?
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
What do you think? It's an AI. I don't know.
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Fair enough. One thing that you do notice is that they use like Earth time, so they'll say years, centuries, and stuff. I mean, I get that, you know, that wouldn't really make sense in real life, I guess, because all these species are from different planets with different time frames, different, you know, a year on on Earth might be like 1,000 Earth years on another planet. But you know, the game can you can only have so much constraint and stuff when it comes to those kind of things. So I don't blame the developers or the writers for not like getting into that a bit more. But it would have been nice just to have like a kind of like a little just a little quip saying we communicate. I'm communicating to you mainly in your time frame, like what you know as an Earthling or as a human, which would be years, centuries, decades. But you know, whatever, no biggie. Just a little nitpick in the writing. Spectres.
Do you know anything about Spectres?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
Oh, Citadel Council.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Salarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
Sounds too perfect.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulation.
Yeah. So as you can see, the reason that pretty much the only reason the Turians got in is because of their military might. The Turian is they're a very powerful military faction with a big fleet. I think they have the biggest fleet in the entire series. So when during the Krogan Rebellion, which you will discover more about later, they were very prominent there, and they basically turned the tide of the war. And as a result, they just got onto the Council, which is understandable, but it makes you wonder, like, okay, if that's all it took, then, you know, surely other races could contribute to something if they have something a bit more substantial. You know, like, is it not necessary? I mean, is it not good to have, you know, a powerful economic powerhouse, that of the Volus, behind you on the Council, you know, that kind of thing. But just fun little thought experiments.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Philosophical thought experiments.
Please enjoy your visit
Hey,
to the
we
city.
leveled up. So as you can see, you get a lot of experience just by talking to things, exploring, learning about the game and the lore actually rewards you. So I haven't done any combat this video so far. We're 23 minutes in, and all I've done is talk and learned about different races and cultures, and as a result, I'm getting experience and I'm leveling up, which is awesome. So I think we are going to... Should I just keep going with Sentinel? Just trying to get that cooldown reduction maxed out. I think so. So that gives us 9% cooldown reduction on biotic and tech talents. And I think I want to get to lift eventually, so I think we're going to make our way there. First aid would be nice as well, because I would like to get to medicine, which is pretty handy. It just knocks out like organic enemies, so humans and aliens and stuff that aren't robotic. Overload isn't bad. That's good against robots, which we like the Geth that we were fighting in the previous videos. Electronics is good against them, I believe, and it's good against shields, which will be coming up later. Decryption is always nice, allowing for more advanced like hacking and stuff, if I recall. So yeah, we got a lot of options here. Stasis, I don't think I'm going to bother with. Be good to put some points into barrier, just for defense, but I'm going to have Ashley as my tank to do that. To be mainly the one to tank all the damage, hopefully. But this game does suffer a little bit from the problem that the AI will focus the player. So a lot of times they'll kind of ignore the NPC, my squad mates, and just try to kill me, which is annoying. But Okay, so how do we want to do this? First aid, just kind of stick with the support build, or go for lift. I think we want to go for lift. So that's going to take a little bit of a while. One more point. That's fine. Increases the force of throw to 850 newtons, which is pretty sweet. Throw is pretty awesome. You'll see it in action here soon enough. I need to get used to using it with the mouse and keyboard. Right now I'm a little bit janky. Okay, Ashley, we're going to beef you up with some combat armor. Let's get you to that heavy armor. All right, unlock first aid too. Break down. Okay, why is it sticking? Enables use of hardened armor. This is another problem. It's not letting me... It's not letting me select the heavy armor. I don't know why. Enables use of heavy armor. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. So I'm right here, and I can't get it, and I don't know why. There has to be another prerequisite, I'm assuming. Do I have to put a point into first aid? It's really weird. I'm gonna have to look that up. Restore 40% of your shield. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me do that. Do I want to test it out to see if that... I mean, I can always undo the talents, I think. And see, it gets stuck right there. I have to keep clicking. It's very odd. First aid unlocked. And it says, no, you can't do it. Okay, whatever. We'll figure that out later. It might be just linked to level. Maybe you have to be a certain level before you can unlock it. I'll have to look that up when I'm not recording. Alright, so soldier. Guess we'll just go ahead and max out that. I do want to unlock shotguns on her, though. Just have her. Although, there is another character that's going to be coming along who I would probably want to put shotguns on him instead. But maybe make Ashley an assault rifle expert. That might be good. But, we'll see. Right now, I'm going to just, like I said, make her tank as much as possible. Alright. Caden. What do we got from you, Caden? I guess we were going to make our way to lift as well. See, I can't do it for him either. Okay. Oh, wait. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I have to put points... It's too late now. Maybe you have to put a certain amount of points in soldier before you can unlock it. I don't know. No, there's no information telling you why, unless I'm just not seeing it. But that's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Do I want marksman? I mean, marksman is pretty good, but like, will I ever really use it? Only when I'm using pistols too, which I do. I do like the pistols in this game, but I'm going to be using sniper rifle. So, probably skip that. Alright. Everybody's all leveled up. Just mark these as viewed. So yeah, let's give it a quick save. And let's move on. I think there is actually a place we can go up over here first and talk to some more people. Okay, here, see this guy right here? It's in that purplish and white suit. That's a Salarian. So they're the second powerful species next to the Asari. So these two right here are the two most powerful species in the game. The Salarians, like I said, are the scientific engineering tech geniuses. They have like the Da Vinci's and the Stephen Hawkings of the game. Whereas the Asari are more of the kind of like oracles, kind of like Greek oracle, you know, is very powerful. They're kind of like that. They're very powerful with biotic stuff, like I said, and with philosophy and I wouldn't say art so much, but a bunch of other stuff like magic. I guess you could say the magic in the game. Let's talk to the diplomat.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Good for you. All right, we got a little bit of extra XP just from that. Talk to this guy.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Yeah, for some reason, the El Corps really like the humans. More codex. That's 24 experience right there just from clicking on some codex. Information. Treaty of Phyrexians. Due to the destructive potential of dreadnoughts, the council races agreed to the Phyrexian Naval Conference to fix a ratio of dreadnought construction between themselves. So, as you can see, really cool lore in here. It's really worth going in and just checking out all the codex history and lore of the races and of the council and the alliance and everything, because there's a lot of information in there that you'll see pop up in the game that actually is relevant. And if you're just like me and you kind of like that kind of stuff, it's really cool. If you want to nerd out a little bit and do some lore, what would it be called? Lore gazing, maybe? I don't know, but I like it. That's for the fans. Actually, let's go over here first. See what's up over here. Anything special? Oh, there's Executor Palin. So that's the CSEC boss right there. And he is a Turian. So I guess we can talk to him next. Hello, Palin.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Who are you? No, doesn't matter. I go where I want. Say no.
I came on my own. I need information.
You humans are always so curious, always sticking your fingers into someone else's pie. Is that the right expression? Never mind. Forget I asked. Was there something you needed, Commander?
We do like sticking our fingers in pies. Especially Americans. Attitude towards humans, specters, CSEC, and investigation. Just attitude towards humans.
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet.
Fair enough.
You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet. That's their business. But I don't have to like it.
We're not favorites. I'm going to skip that because I think that's kind of like a renegade option. Specters.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
You don't like them?
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
That's a bit naive. I kind of want to ask that, but again, I don't know if that's going to give me renegade points. I don't think it is. I think we're safe.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once.
Said bend, not break.
Yeah, right. You expect us to believe none of your officers are corrupt?
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres, they'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
Specters are important.
The galaxy needs people like that. People who do the dirty jobs.
I agree. But they need to be held to a higher standard. They need to be accountable. Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, the Council doesn't want to do anything about it. Is that the kind of person this galaxy needs?
He's got a good point. Can't really argue with that. But we have some points too. Let's say no.
But not all Spectres are like Saren.
True. But the potential is always there.
That's not incorrect. I want to ask him about
I
the
get feeling
attitude
you're
towards
not
humans
too
again.
fond of
No.
humans.
If the Council wants to make
And say we're not
humanity
favorites.
their new favorite
The
pet,
Council
then
treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
good. Then fight for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
This is a good conversation. Why you want to rush it, man? Come on. CSEC.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
He doesn't seem too happy about that. Investigation.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
Fair enough.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
I actually like Commander Palin. or Executor Palin, whatever. He's not like wrong when it comes to a lot of his stuff. Maybe he might be a little bit zealous, but makes good points. Easy decryption. Manual override. All right, let's see. Go. Diplomatic advisory warning. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in the Hawking Eta cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. Okay. So, see, if I wasn't able to break into that, I wouldn't be getting that mission. I wouldn't be getting that quest. So now we have another little assignment where we can, and I'm a biotic, so maybe I'll get some benefit out of that. Investigate the strange biotic commune. So once we get back to the Normandy, then we have a couple of side missions we could do. So that's pretty neat. Always worth, investigating things, talking to people, and investigating at least one character into, I believe it's decryption, right? That allows you to hack into items and stuff like that. Increases the amount of Omnigel recover, lets you use the decryption skill to open secure objects, grants this. Yeah, pretty sure that's what it is. And then electronics, I think, does something too, right? Increases the amount of hull restored when you repair the vehicle, lets you use the electronic skill to repair or bypass objects. Okay, so I think, yeah, decryption, it allows you to attempt to hack something. And then with electronics, sabotage, tech explosion, I don't think it makes it easier to hack the more you put into it. But with electronics, you can actually, I think, just use the electronic ability, or it says skill, electronic skill to repair or bypass objects. I think you could just use like the electronic skill to just like hack into something. I think it's been a while, like I said, since I played, but yeah, could be wrong. All right, see if there's anybody to talk to here. What about this diplomat?
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around.
What? Humans are boring. Look at these all these hot Asari chicks and like Turians, man. Come on, these people are cool.
Don't believe the rumors. The consort would never reveal her secrets.
Yeah.
What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I could do for you?
Relax, new haircut.
This isn't an inspection. Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
Consort?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Where is she?
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
Yee.
Have fun, that is.
You flirting with him, Ashley? Is that all I can ask him?
Good to see you again.
Sometimes there's some things around this side here. There's Executor Palin. Anything over here? No. Okay, Nasana. I remember
I don't
her.
have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Wow, she has like panda eyes. Am I creepy? Whoa, she's like breaking her neck to look at me. Alright, fair enough. Bartender, not yet. I want to see if there's anybody else I could talk to first. No, talk to bartender.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
Why not?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
Yeah, fill me in.
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
Alright, let's ask about Shaira's.
What is Shaira's?
The consort, she entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Entertainment?
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Alright, dive bar.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
Thank you. You too. And we got some more of these guys over here. Just digging around, doing their thing. I wish I could get a better angle. Funky little dudes. Okay, I think we can start moving out of the embassies. I end the video here, actually. Seeing that we are going to be going probably to... What's her name? Shaira's, maybe? And going into a bunch of other places. We're already at the 40-minute mark. Well, first, let's just explore out here a little bit. What does that say? The elevator to CSEC Academy is located down the ramp to your left. Alliance docking bay can be found there. Okay. Citadel Tower is the tall white structure far off to your right. It houses the council and is the heart of the Citadel politics. So, I don't think you can actually see that. Presidium locations. Okay, so we can actually take a taxi over there. Remember that. Anybody else to talk to? What's that? Directions to wards, to Citadel Tower, CSEC Academy. Financial District. So do we want to go to the tower first, or do we want to go and kind of do some of the side stuff around here and check that out? Thinking side stuff. I'm not really the kind of person that likes to go straight for the main quest right away. So let's just check a couple things out down here. There goes my 2-second run. That is one thing that bugs me about the game, is like not being able to sprint for very long. All right, what's this? Elevator. Must talk to the council to gain access to the wards. Okay, so maybe we should talk to the council first. Yeah, I guess that's going to be the best, because I think it's going to lock some things before we can talk to them. So, fine. You guys roped me into it. We'll talk to the council. I don't think it's that long. Should probably just take a couple minutes, hopefully. I'll probably end the video there. So, let's see. Vegetarian. Nifty little suit. Can I just take this to the Citadel Tower? Presidium, Citadel Tower. You're pretty. You arrived at the Citadel Tower. Executive Pilot.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
You have just been introduced to one of the most beloved video game characters of all time, Garrus Vicarian, the dude. All right. You don't like Saren. What did you find? You blew it. You blew it, Garrus. No, you don't like Saren.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified.
Awesome voice actor, too.
Hard evidence.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you. You don't want to keep the council waiting.
We're going to be seeing a lot more of Garrus later, because he will actually, spoiler alert, he will join your crew and your squad and stuff, and he is one of the best characters in the game. He's just awesome. There's a reason everybody loves Garrus. He's just one of the most fun, coolest characters ever. Not my personal favorite. I'm actually a fan of Jack and Tali. Those are my two favorites. And those are always my romantic choices. I think I'll do Tali this playthrough. Last time I did Jack. Jack's probably my favorite romantic interest, but you guys will see what I'm talking about once we get there, for those who haven't played. But for now, I think we'll just head straight to the council.
The Volus won't be joining the council for years.
It's a bit of a walk. There's Commander Anderson, or Captain Anderson. Hello.
Hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
That was you, not me. How did you get involved? Let's be more subtle, more diplomatic. Yeah, how did you get involved?
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Insults typical. See, he hates us. You'll pay. I'm sticking with the Paragon route, so insults typical.
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Quit protecting him. I'll find proof, you arrogant bastard. I don't think I want to accost... Another problem kind of with Mass Effect sometimes is the options you have won't exactly translate well to what he actually says. So it might say quit protecting him here, but when he actually says something, it might be a little bit different. So you have to keep that in mind. I think I'm going to go neutral here. Say I'll find proof.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You won't see the truth? No, what's the point? You won't see the truth.
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
Yep, they didn't like that.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
The ambassador's a little hot-headed. It's not a very safe way to hold a meeting there. Just one little misstep.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
How do you know Saren?
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad.
Nervous.
We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
Council won't help us? Now what? Council won't help us.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
I'll talk to him. He could be useful. I don't trust him. Oh, we all trust Garrus. I'll talk to him.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
Defend the captain. He just say he deserves better. I'm on it. I don't like this. Let's defend the captain.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Want me to go see him? Any other leads?
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
What about you and Saren?
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
So would I? He's a monster. Let's go with he's a monster.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars. It causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Alright. Council and the Ambassador.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The Ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
We're too independent. Why do we bother? We're too independent. I'm curious.
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the Council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the Council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
What about Harkin?
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Why protect him?
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
They abandoned him?
I thought this embassy was supposed to help humans.
Harkin may be human, but he's also an ass. He's had more than his share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago. CSEC is better off without him.
Spectres.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How are they organized? If one goes too far, is this legal? How are they chosen?
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done. Like you. They've been watching you for years.
Wow.
They see something in you.
Even in the shower.
They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation. But with him gone, things are still up in the air.
How are they organized?
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
If one goes too far?
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue? Like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
Is this legal?
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
Alright, what about the Shadow Broker?
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game. And the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Alright, what about Bar-Levon?
Tell me about Bar-Levon.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, Spectres. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
Alright.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the Ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Got it. So, we learned a lot, and especially about the Spectres, which we already knew a lot of that, but next we have multiple options here to get our investigation going on Saren. Give it a save. So yeah, this is the majority of what makes up Mass Effect. It's not the combat, it's not all the flying around and shooting aliens, it's the diplomacy, the relationships, the going around talking to people, learning about the world, and then progressing accordingly. It's what I like about the game anyways. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you in the next video. You have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on where you are. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. And this has been Jarek Defiler. That's me. You guys have a good time not playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition, because only I'm allowed to play it when you're watching. You have to watch it. Got that? Don't you touch that mouse. Don't you do it. No, I'm joking. You guys should all go out and play it if it's your cup of tea. Great RPG. Like I said, BioWare at its finest. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.